Hello guys and girls. Today we will be getting back to the roots of the channel, which is modifying things that we love and would like to use as whatever EDC, etc. But things that require modification. And we will also review this Twosun TS433 in M390. I believe the knife initially came out in maybe D2, then they did K110 steel, and eventually came out with a version with M390, which I obviously love. M390 is one of my favorite steels. Now the Twosun brand itself is also very cool and one of my favorite. If I really strain my brain, I probably have more Twosun knives than any other brand. Reason being that at the price they're pumping, there is 6-leaf and Twosun have the lowest prices in comparison to the value that you get, and you do get a lot with Twosun. This is titanium PEI scales, lock bar, that is a very strong lock bar. This is one full piece titanium, so the bolster section of it, and there's basically no way of unlocking this if the lock bar is set up properly. In this case it is. You actually, when I first received it, it had a bit of a lock stick. Let's test it again. Not anymore. So I've played with it enough where the lock stick's gone. Though I don't know why in this video we will be taking this apart and trying to fix the crossbar lock, which the spring is too strong for my liking, and I don't like these tips. They're a bit too sharp, and the thing does not, the lock bar ends or nipples do not protrude far enough for it to be a comfortable grip. This one, the SRM 258 and 255 models probably have the best crossbar lock that I've experienced so far. This is just silky smooth. I just recently did a review on it, and I want to get something close to that feeling on the Twosun, because it's a nice, very nice, hefty knife, but not a fidget toy, only because of how the crossbar lock operates. Now, I've already tried taking this apart, and I was using my Maratak screwdriver kit, but because this is for finer work, obviously the diameter is thin, and I was not able to put enough downward pressure and lateral pressure to twist these torque screws. The rest came off easy. These were torqued down too strong. Luckily, my favorite EDC brand, Maratak, sent me this full size or larger size titanium screwdriver. This is a hefty chunker as well, and with this you're able to do a lot of lateral twisting motion as well as put a lot of pressure down. And with the same bits I was able to unscrew this and many other things, so to avoid stripping your screws. And what happens is, if you're using something of smaller diameter, you are able to, you're putting more sideways pressure trying to, and you're stripping the screws out. What you need is something a bit wider, and then you can put a lot of pressure down and twist. And when you're putting pressure down onto a thread, it kind of unlocks and it makes it easier to twist. Obviously you can get another screwdriver with plenty of options, but this is what I have and I'm quite excited about it. Now, this unscrews. It's an entire full kit basically, and you can get, I wonder how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 10, 5 down here and 5 down here. So 10 bits is plenty enough for main tasks, and the bits that come with it are actually quite good. Okay, Now, the parts that we will be using, this is going to be a Frankenstein, and I quite often I do this. So, I've measured these to be 16 and a half or 15 and a half millimeters. I don't remember. Let's remeasure. There we go, 16. So this is 16 millimeters. And then I have these tenable blades. A very nice crossbar lock, very smooth also. This is the Beaver model. Very good blade, by the way. Now, I'm hoping I don't have to sacrifice this crossbar lock. In that case, I would just switch this to here. So that would have a stainless steel one. I don't think that's titanium. Could be titanium, I don't know. And then I would have to switch this over here. But I'm hoping that maybe just loosening up the spring in here and grinding off this very top pointy part so that we get a wider flat area which will be more comfortable to grip on. Now, if I have to transfer this entire crossbar lock, again, it'll have to be checked whether that is compatible internally as well, but this is 16, so same size, and I'm sure that will be, because it is a wider contact point, as you can see here, it will be way more comfortable than the Twosun, that sharp pointy. And same here as well, you see, this is actually the best out of all because it has tiny knurling on top of that widest point, but the entire thing is wide, so it does not pinch. It's not like a nail or, you know, not a sharp contact point. Okay, the best outcome would be grinding this off on both sides, and then weakening the spring hopefully will solve the issue. If not, what is very cool, and I've only seen Tenable do this so far, Tenable and Concept, they send, this is very cool, they send replacement springs. I've already bent this up actually. So these are for the Beaver. I have several blades from Tenable, and they have, and that's another cool thing, is they don't use the same springs on all of their knives. Smaller knives, for example, this is Concept, this will have a lighter spring, logical, right? And the larger knives will have, for example, the Eagle Strike model. This spring is thicker than that, and it makes sense because that is a heavier blade, etc. So I figured out that this is probably what I need to put on here, and let's start. So hopefully we will not need to sacrifice the crossbar on this, and we can just maybe use these springs. Okay, now we are going to need, there we go, cover all our needs. Yeah, same here. This Demco pad, the knife pad, is quite nice because it is soft basically, and your screws do not roll around. It's quite useful for this current task. See, I'm having trouble closing this down. See, that spring is very strong. It is a huge spring compared to this. See if you can see the difference. It's a much thicker spring. I guess we need to take the whole thing apart, because otherwise, yeah, I can't undo the lock. Otherwise, I don't think, at least, I may be wrong. Let's see. See, there's all kinds of oil, so it's nice to take this apart and wipe it down, which is what I'm gonna do. This is all machined very well. Okay, I think this is now much better, significantly better. That very end tip on the nipple, I ground down almost level to the next section and then polished it, so it's not sharp anymore and much easier to grab. And all I did was I just pushed in the springs just a bit more, so I did not have to use the springs from the tenable, from the beaver, and I didn't have to transfer this, even though I think it would actually work much better than the current thing that we have in here. And now this is working just fine, much better. So there we go. Now one more thing that I need to show in the review. Everything else is fine, but Twosun often has these hiccups, and the hiccup here is the tip. Can you see the tip? So the sharpening goes that way and then goes out in the end. It is not sharpened correctly on the belly. This one is slightly better, this side, but not ideal. And also the issue this knife has is you can get cut, like I'm catching. See, I just see that. So I'm hoping that reprofiling this will take off, say, 0.5 millimeter, or maximum 1 millimeter is all we need to make sure that this tip doesn't catch. That's it. Otherwise, this is a very cool, very capable and robustly built tank of a knife. Okay, so I'll just finish this off. I guess I've put it together already. No? No. So I'll finish it off. I don't need to do anything else here. You do not want to over tighten these guys because it is PEI and it could crack. So when you feel enough tension, stop. You could crack this thing. Oh yeah, and now I can do it with one finger. Let's do index finger. Yeah. So that tip was too strong, the spring too sharp and unpolished, and then the spring was too strong. Fix that. All I need to do now is sharpen, and then we have a badass Twosun. And I do need to tighten this. Now that we've done everything that we want to do with a knife, I can also put thread lock on this main pivot screw, which is what we'll do now. And then what will be left is just to sharpen it. Zero blade play, silky smooth steel, because it is ceramic caged ball bearings. So I'll just now let this dry, and done. Workhorse of a knife. Now I did purchase this on eBay and I paid, I believe, about 70 bucks, 80 bucks maybe, which is about half the price of its retail mark. So DWIN, I think, DWIN 99 is the seller on eBay, where I actually purchased my Twosun knives for significantly lower prices than the retail. We're all done. Twosun makes great products for a very affordable prices, guys. Beautiful. Done. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned if you like content like this. I always do modifications and upgrades to products that I like but want to pretty much adapt to my use and my liking, and hence the name WisMods. Cheers guys, subscribe, give this video a like and behave yourselves.